Live and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
We want the Standards Organization of Nigeria back at the nation's ports, members of the Senate Committee on Industry declare. As its chairman says, the SON has infrastructural capacity to check the influx of fake and substandard products into Nigeria. Manufacturers in the southeast applaud federal government support through the Standards Organization of Nigeria to grow their businesses. I have details of this and other stories shortly. That's after these messages. Please stay tuned. My name is Ifoma Okonkwo. I'll be back shortly.
The Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, brings a new lease of life to Nigerian SMEs. SON has put a greater premium on developing standards aimed at improving the exports of the nation's food and cash crops. This explains why we have developed more standards for Nigeria's produce like sesame, cocoa, gari, and more, courtesy our accredited state-of-the-art laboratories. In keeping with the federal government's ease of doing business, SON has simplified its processes and turnaround time for SUNCAP and MANCAP to reduce substandard products and legal arm to prosecute offenders. Join the Standards Organization of Nigeria in ridding our nation of substandard goods due to consistent market surveillance and raids. See something, say something. The Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving life through standards.
It's Standard and you, and a warm welcome to the program. Special thanks to all of you, our esteemed viewers. We appreciate your messages. Please keep them coming in because we are poised more than ever to serve you and help you get value for your money. The chairman of the Senate Committee on Industry, Dr. Sam Egu, says it has become extremely imperative for the Standards Organization of Nigeria to return to the ports to have first-hand information on imported products. He said this during the committee's oversight visit to the agency's offices in Lagos and Enugu states. Here are details of that visit. Please take a look.
The committee's declaration is coming on the heels of the disturbing prevalence of fake and substandard products in the country. The chairman of the committee, Dr. Sam Egu, told the media that he was particularly worried by the development despite efforts by the federal government through the SON to tackling the menace. Dr. Egu noted that the absence of the Standards Organization of Nigeria at the nation's ports is being greatly felt.
We have faced so far, we are not happy that SON is not allowed to operate at its maximum capacity, especially with regards to their presence being felt at the ports. Because importation, like we know, we are import dependent. We always import all our products, almost. And for them not to be there at the ports, to see this is first hand is not good enough. They should be able to operate at the port, to be able to see the products and assess them and know whether they are worthy of being imported into the country. So far, they are not there, and I wonder what we can say if the standard organization is not allowed to be in the port to see these products as they are being imported into the country. We have seen products here that are assumed to have been imported, but they are made locally or incidentally from countries where they don't have any standards. And they are cloned with standard logo, and that is not good enough for us. If not that they are very active in trying to identify them and sue them out, they could have gone through and entered the end user, and they think that they are imported materials when they are actually not imported. So it's not good.
No country allows its border to get open to all sorts of goods to come into the country without checking those goods, whether they are okay for its citizens. I think this is a big aberration. And Mr. Chairman, we need to take it up at the National Assembly. And I'm sure the President doesn't know. I don't think the President knows about this. If he knew about it, this will not happen, I'm sure, by when you look at the way the President operates. So I think we need to do something about it and have a resolution to draw the attention of Mr. President.
He called on the various stakeholders in the sector to begin to explore ways of returning the SON to the ports.
Enforcement is what is very important. If the law is made and is not enforced, it's almost of no use. So we want to make sure that made in Nigerian goods are being patronized. The government uses the resources to support local manufacturers so that we reduce the level of importation we are doing in this country. And while we are doing that, we also want to make sure that SON is living up to its standard by making sure that that these materials that have been produced locally are of international standards. That's what we are saying. So we have done our own bit as a parliament. Government is to do their own bit by making sure that this law is enforced and that money spent on imported goods are now diverted to supporting our local manufacturers so that whatever is produced locally is used locally. We use what we produce and not supporting foreign importers, because that way we are killing our industries. So, but then standard must be ensured, and that's where the standard organization comes in, so that they make sure that whatever is produced locally meets international standards.
Dr. Egu said this has become necessary given the fact that Nigeria is largely an import-dependent economy. He explained that the nation must have its standard body at the ports to ascertain the quality of goods being imported into the country. The Senate Committee chairman frowned at importers who clone popular local brands, adding that the Senate will continue to provide the SON with legislative support to check the activities of such unpatriotic and unscrupulous businessmen. The visit of the committee was a fact-finding mission which afforded its members the opportunity to understand and appreciate the operations, capacity and challenges of the federal government's regulatory agency. For several hours, the committee inspected facilities at the SON's offices in Lekki, Ogba, and Apapa in Lagos, as well as the National Meteorology Institute in Enugu State. The committee that was received by the Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria and some management staff inspected facilities at the food laboratory. At the Apapa office, members had the opportunity of inspecting processes and operations of SON and also some seized fake products. At the Ogba ultra-modern facility, the committee expressed satisfaction at the world-class quality infrastructure which accommodates 38 specialized laboratories with the state-of-the-art equipment.
I want to say that we are satisfied. I happen to have seen other laboratories in China, in Kenya, in Tanzania, where I think what we are seeing here is something that we are proud of, because apart from the modern equipment, the latest equipment, the state-of-art equipment we have seen installed here, we have a laboratory that has the space for work.
At the SON's office in Enugu State, Southeast Nigeria, Chairman of the committee, Dr. Sam Egu, described the National Meteorology Institute under construction as being critical to Nigeria's industrial growth and development.
We are happy with the level of the quality of construction we have seen with the laboratories. It has actually met all known international standards. From what we have seen abroad, I think if this is completed, we'll be happy that SON can completely compare adequately with any other similar institutions in the world. So we're happy with what we have seen. What the present government is doing is so nice. At our own level and the parliament, we have approved all the requests they have given to us. We have seen most of the materials delivered on site, waiting to be installed. The building is progressing very, very well. I believe that by the time this building is completed and the installation made, the issue of delivering on their mandate will not be a problem.
Dr. Egu and members of the committee were delighted at the phenomenal rate of infrastructural development by the SON. He praised the management of the agency, led by its Director General, Osita Aboloma, for a job well done, adding that the National Assembly will continue to provide the much-needed support to reposition the SON.
We have always started things from the wrong end. It's having this organization operate in Nigeria for many years now, and just providing the basic requirements it needs to do its work now is certainly a misnomer. But however, I think they've done well so far. And as the chairman has said, with the coming in of new and modern laboratories like this, certainly SON is well placed to do its job and deliver on its mandate, because we need to control manufacturing quality. We need to control imports, and everything that's coming here must meet standards. And of course, Nigerian standards, as we know, are not bad at all. Take cable, for example. When you buy Nigerian cable, you are sure of safety. When you buy cable from elsewhere, sometimes it's compromised quality. So SON is doing well, and I think what the government is doing for them is well placed.
We're happy to have them here, and we also want to seize this opportunity to ask them for more assistance in terms of funding and in terms of enabling environment to enable us to discharge our duties. For instance, human and capital development spread all over, because they've given us the law, a futuristic law, that gives us the power to be at all points of entry in Nigeria. So we're asking them to give us enabling environment to be all we need to be. Because without standard, there will not be adequate development.
Muna fata shekaru na da za su zo, mutanen mu za su yi la'akari da aikin da muke yi, kuma za su lura cewa ya fi cancanta ka sai abu na kwarai da ka sai abu na arha.
Ka yi meze n'obodo anyị a, ka yi mee ka ihe a na-eme n'obodo anyị a, ma ihe a na-ebubata n'obodo anyị a ọ dị mma. Anyị na-ayọ biko ka anyị jikọọ aka, na-asị na ofu aka adịghị ekechi ngwugwu. Ka anyị jikọọ aka ka Nigeria wee wọrọ anyị obodo.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká lajú wálẹ̀, gbogbo tá a bá máa fún wàrà, ká rí pé ó tó pé ojú òṣùwọ̀n. Èyí tí ò bá yé wa, àgbẹ̀ tó bá mọ̀ ń pẹ̀, ẹ̀ tó wà sọ́nà. Èyí tá a bá dẹ̀ rà tí ò bá pójú òṣùwọ̀n, ẹ lọ sí standard organization iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tó bá súnmọ́ yín jù, ẹ lọ ṣàlàyé fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀, wọ́n á ràn yín lọ́wọ́.
Welcome to the world of standard and quality, where we offer you information on product safety and quality. The program is Standard and You.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
Welcome back. You're watching your program Standard and You. It's the only authoritative platform on television where we educate you on product quality and safety. It's important to let you know that it's an initiative of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, the SON. Some manufacturers of products have restated their commitment to always take advantage of the services of the Standards Organization of Nigeria to grow their businesses. They expressed their determination to Standard and You in Awka, the capital of Anambra State, during the week.
This is the southeast of Nigeria. Onitsha in Anambra State is considered the commercial hub of the eastern region. There are thousands of businesses both in the formal and informal sectors. Awka is the state's capital with over 3,000 industries, especially small and medium enterprises, SMEs, producing various products from electronics and other household items. Operators of small businesses, like in other parts of the country, are contending with basic infrastructural problems such as power. As government strives to address these challenges, most business operators have remained resilient with support from agencies like the Standards Organization of Nigeria. The agency, through regular inspection to factories within the state, has provided operators with useful knowledge on standards to enhance the operations of manufacturers.
We wouldn't want a situation where somebody says he doesn't know. They all know. We don't want that situation. You know? We want people to know that issue of compliance to standard is everybody's responsibility. Safety, like we always say, is everybody's responsibility. The same quality. Quality is everybody's responsibility. Quality doesn't necessarily need to be only on product. Quality of service. The market is mainly dealing on products. So we need to ensure that what is put to sell in the market meets the minimum requirement.
Apart from providing operators with basic standards and laboratory services to make these companies competitive and relevant in the global market, the SON, through constant monitoring, inspects processes of production to ensure conformity with international best practices.
We are not here to kill. We are here to make you be competitive, not only at the local level, but also at the global level. So we try as much as possible to carry out sensitization program for them to see what SON is doing. What are the expectations of SON from them? All SON's products that are relevant to the activities, we educate them. For instance, SON cap for the importers, product registration, ensuring that you deal on products that have met the minimum requirements of the standards, whether imported or local.
There are things we don't know about the line of business we are into that they made us to know, which was pretty good experience. Being coming for inspection, and when they come, they will tell us we have to amend this, and we have been following the instructions they gave to us, and the business is going pretty well for us. There are some statistics we don't even know that they exist. They taught us that, so it's a plus to us. Things we don't know that we learned from them, and we never paid for it, so it's free.
To be frank, when we first started, even while we were relying on international R&D, they didn't know what to do. It was actually when SON came in that all organizations actually knew what to do in our case. And that's how we benefited greatly from that.
For the manufacturers, the various support from the SON have helped to reposition their businesses, which has translated to increased patronage of their products. They told Standard & You that before the intervention of the SON, their businesses were at their lowest ebb.
We are the only two between companies from Nigeria that can export. So while some other people come in and they are still trying to get there, if the government gives us the right platform because of what SON is doing, we can take our meters across West Africa, Africa, and even the Middle Eastern market. So that has placed us as a premier and has given us quality. And when you think of quality meters, you think of what Standard Organization has done for us. And because of what they've done for our organization, it has put us on an international standard. Now we have several companies that want to learn from us internationally.
Then visit to confirm the quality, how everything, whether we are still maintaining the quality of the condition of their distance. So I thank God they are helping us well, because when they are checking every time, He makes us to sit up.
This company was officially certified by the Standard Organization of Nigeria. The company has been making great achievements, even some things that we couldn't do those days because of lack of quality assurance. We can proudly do it right now. We can tell you, take this product to anywhere, that we are able to stand anything because we are solidly following the standard that the Nigerian Standard Organization has given us. And I must tell you that since then, the company is making great achievements.
They do come for inspection and tell us the do's and don'ts based on their, system of work. So sometimes they help to teach us some of the things we do here, like the ethics of the procedures we're supposed to follow in our blending work.
Since I met with them, our ego goes up. We had confidence that our product is of standard. It will meet with any grade that is on our grade. So, and when we are talking to our customer, it wasn't the way we are talking before. We speak from our heart this time around, buy our product and you won't regret it. If you don't believe, you can inquire from SON. I don't think there's any other regulatory agency that is in better position to say this product is okay. So you can see the confidence we have. If we don't have that confidence, if we have the information that you people are coming, we'll quickly lock up the doors. But we are happy.
The support from the Standards Organization of Nigeria to manufacturers, especially small and medium enterprises, is in line with the federal government's diversification initiative. It is also aimed at promoting patronage for goods made in Nigeria and Nigeria's industrial growth and development.
The government is trying to diversify so that we can shift from oil to non-oil sector. So if we can be able to get this product certified, get this product, have market access in the global market, and there is what keeps nations together is trade, and there is this exchange of goods, then Nigeria will be good for it.
Operators of SMEs who are yet to take advantage of the services of SON to be competitive are advised to do so.
The Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, brings a new lease of life to Nigeria SMEs. SON has put a greater premium on developing standards to improve made-in-Nigeria products for export. We have developed more standards for products like sesame, cocoa, gari, and more, courtesy of our accredited state-of-the-art laboratories. In keeping with the federal government's ease of doing business, SON has simplified its processes and turned around time for SUNCAP, MANCAP, and other certification processes. SON has intensified market surveillance, raids, and seizures to reduce substandard products in circulation, and offenders shall be prosecuted. Join SON in ridding our nation of substandard products. If you see something, say something. Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving lives through standards. Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
Hello and nice to have you on the feedback segment of the program. I am Halimot Osifo. Our first message here is from Richard from Lagos. It says, do you also deal with cases of expired products? Because sometimes we buy expired products from shops and do not know what to do. Once the product is expired, it no longer guarantees its quality. So that means it's not safe for use. So you should report anyone selling expired products to any of SON's offices near you. And as a consumer, you should not patronize expired products because it's dangerous to your health and you will not even get value for your money. Bolade Gold says, please, where is your office in Abuja? Our office in Abuja is at 14 Quitway Street beside Waterboard, Zone 4, Wuse, Abuja. Henry Okafor says, I sincerely commend the holistic directives of the DG Son. Indeed, he is a man of action and charisma. Son as a body has done so great in ensuring products comply with standards. Thank you so much, Henry, for your commendation. We really appreciate it. Anonymous message here says, a substandard building is being erected in my school in Delta State. I need Son visitation. How do I reach them? Please contact Son Delta State office at 19 High Court Road off Opanam Road, Asaba. Uva says, please, where is your office located in Edo State? Our office in Edo State is at Block D1, 2nd floor, Federal Secretariat, Benin City. Elvis from Rivers says, Son, thank you so much for protecting Nigerians against fake and substandard products. It's our pleasure, Elvis. And that's the much we can take on the feedback segment of the program. For any information, you can call us or send in your messages to the number 0705-972-4455. You can also reach out to us on any of our social media platforms. On Facebook at Standard and You, Instagram and Twitter at Standard and You _. You can also send a mail to the address, thestandardandyou@gmail.com. Remember, we have previous episodes online at youtube.com/standard and you. Don't forget, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best. Bye for now.